With ZipRecruiter, you can actually find super qualified candidates fast. It's like ordering a gourmet meal at a drive-thru and actually getting a gourmet meal. If you need to hire someone smart and reliable who's genuinely a good addition to your team, like I occasionally do here at the show, and if you go to ZipRecruiter.com/random right now, you can try it for free. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/random. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Contrary to what some people think, working on yourself doesn't mean you're weak or flawed. It makes you less unbearable to be around. That's what it does. And trust me, we could all use a little less unbearable. Thousands have already trusted Rula to support them on their journey toward improved mental health and overall well-being. Head on over to Rula.com/random to get started today and take the first step towards better mental health today. You deserve quality care from someone who does care. How do you do it?
Dude, it's not easy anymore. I used to have a photographic memory.
It's really?
Now there's a lens cap over it. I don't know. The hottest women in the whole country.
Yes, none would talk to you, but they were the hottest. That's it. Johnny Boy here. Hi.
I can't see you, but...
Remember Arsenio? Did you ever do that show?
Yeah, I did a couple of times. I love that.
How are you, bro?
How you doing, man? I know your hand...
oh, yeah.
I didn't want to mess your hand up.
That's right.
So I wasn't
it's already messed up. How you doing? Welcome to the left coast.
Left coast is awesome, man. I love
You like it here?
I do like it. I won't live here, but I love it here. I love visiting and getting the fuck out.
That's how I feel about New York.
No.
Why? Do I have to love New York to be
I think you gotta kind of love New York because New York, come on, it's the cradle of civilization.
It's certainly not the cradle of civilization.
It is the cradle of civilization.
Okay, it didn't
in America, and the world, in the world right now.
America isn't all of civilization. We do know what the cradles of civilization are.
Were. I mean, they're no longer.
That's so chauvinistic. I mean, you know, you can love your city.
New York East. Look at my shirt.
I get it. I know. I lived there twice. I'm from the area. My father commuted from New Jersey into New York every day.
Oh, you're from Jersey. Oh, that's not the same. That's not the same. Come on.
But it's not. Okay, it's not the same. You're right. And I think better because I like living in the suburbs. I don't like living in a building. I had all the advantages of New York. By the way, never have given up on the New York teams. Still root for the Knicks.
Can you believe this Knicks situation? You fire the coach before you even hire the coach?
I'm so glad they fired him. I think he was...
No, I agree with you.
I don't like him because he first of all, he did not give them enough rest.
No, he wore them out. He broke them.
He learned to have a larger rotation during the playoffs.
Yes. In game 4, he started...
I'm so glad you agree with me on this.
He started to rotate and put the bench in, but it's too late.
And it worked. You don't learn
but
these
it was
things.
Also too late because these guys hadn't warmed up all season, hadn't gelled with the team, and they came in like maniacs.
And they still played well.
They did.
And it just showed. He should have been doing that all year long. You can't wear these guys out like that.
No, you can't play people like that.
Even if they could do it physically, which we saw the year before they broke down physically, mentally,
you can't sustain. You can't sustain.
You can't. No one can. He's like a nicer Bobby Knight, that coach.
Yeah. He's a tough dude. But I think...
I'm so glad they got rid of him.
Yeah, but they didn't do it right, though. I mean, you got to hire your coach first, and then you let him go.
Well, they'll get it. You know, I bet you Jason Kidd will do it.
You think?
I think they can get away. I don't know.
How are they going to take him away from a winning team like that? I mean, I know they got more money. I know Jim Dolan will go into his pockets.
Because it's New York, John. It's the cradle of civilization.
Oh, my God. He agrees with me.
I don't.
You got it on camera. Camera.
I'm just mocking you. It's not the cradle of civilization. I could name the cradles of civilization. There's 4 of them.
But contemporary-wise.
Contemporary, well,
I mean, where was the birth of hip-hop? The birth of punk was New York City.
So what?
The greatest playwrights were coming from New York City. The greatest writers. Come on.
There's more to civilization than what's on
graffiti
101.5. You know, I agree. It's part of civilization. It's music and culture. It's not. There are
poetry, dude. Poetry slams. New York poets.
Poetry.
Come on, Pinheiro. All of it was happening in New York.
So, okay. I mean, that's a part of what civilization is, but just because it's that important to you doesn't mean it's that way for
Oh, come on.
everybody.
So
Do you
punk
think
and
most
hip
people
hop
care
is not
about
important to you?
what?
Punk and hip hop is not important to you?
Important? No, I
I like the way
wouldn't
you
say.
say important.
I don't think.
That's
I,
an affectation you've picked up because you didn't
no,
talk
no.
like that from Jersey.
Actually, I did. My father was a newsman.
Oh, okay,
And
okay. Well,
so
that's where you get that great voice.
diction was very important in
Mm.
our family and speaking like that. Yeah, I never really had the New York accent, which is good. But I always had the New York mentality. I mean, I think one reason I did well out here is because they lack East Coast kind of vibe out
They
here.
don't. They don't have that vibe.
And when you bring it,
Oh yeah,
it stands out. It works.
it's electric. Yeah.
You know, we're
confrontational. I mean, you have to be confrontational in New York because you're confronted every day by millions of people,
Well,
different cultures, different economic backgrounds. You got to be
yeah.
alert. You got to be on your game.
That's what I didn't like about New York. Like
You came out here to
I don't want to
relax.
always be on my game. People used to say, you know, I get my energy from the people on the street. And
Yes.
I would say, I use all my energy trying to get by these people on the street. You know, I don't want to have
No,
to.
I hear you, but I love it. I feed off
know.
of it.
And that's what makes the world go around.
Exactly.
Is that we just don't agree and we're still friends because
It's a beautiful thing.
it's a beautiful thing. And also it's nice that you can have a place, like you say, where you go where you don't want to live, but you still like it. And that's how I feel about New York. A beautiful fall weekend
Oh my God, there's nothing like it
in New York.
Trees changing. and all that, and the play.
Right.
It's the beginning of all the theater season and all the TV series.
Always back to the theater. You know,
that's my thing. I'm a theater nerd.
I know you're one of the most accomplished. Don't you have a lifetime achievement from?
Finally,
I mean,
after years of being snubbed for all my one-man shows.
Really? You think you were snubbed?
Yeah, I feel like I was. I feel like I was changing comedy in America in really important ways, and I don't think I was getting the recognition I deserved.
Well, I could make the same claim.
So do it.
Yeah, no, because I don't think it looks. I don't think it's a good look to
No,
do
it's not a good look. But sometimes you have to. You have to pat yourself on the back. Otherwise, who's gonna? If nobody's gonna recognize you, you got to recognize yourself.
That's the New Yorker.
That's right. Recognize. You got to recognize.
I mean, look, I'm not gonna say. I've never, like, in this very chair, bitched about my 40 Emmy nominations, and they never would give me one. I understand why, and I have bitched.
Why didn't they give it to you?
Because I'm too truthful. Because I'm not woke enough.
Damn.
People like you get awards because it's the woke speaking to the woke. So, you know, it's always good. And that's okay. I understand that. I'd much rather have the freedom to speak always as I have, completely freely and completely truthfully as I see it.
No, it's interesting you're saying that because you're right. People who start seeking awards and recognition start couching their speech and their themes to get those awards. So you have to hit certain, you can't say certain things.
And it works, by the way. It works.
Yeah, it can work,
Because, I mean, voters, you know, the award voters, they absolutely confuse the actor with the part.
Absolutely.
Very often.
Always.
So, you know, was Matthew McConaughey good in Dallas Buyers Club?
Yeah, he was amazing.
He was good. But I think it was a given that he was going to win because the character he played was someone who fought for AIDS, against AIDS, and you know.
Well, but also, come on, the Oscars and all these award shows. I mean, I don't want to diss them because I want to get one, but at the same time, the movies that win are never the movies that are the cultural shifters and the cultural makers. They're not the best movies of the time, of the era.
No.
They're like popular and
they're not
cute.
Popular.
No, the winners of the Oscars. Come on, it's never the most
John
cutting edge movie.
No, that's exactly what they're. What they're not are the popular movies. The ones that win are the ones that are saying to the audience. The movies used to say to the audience, "This is Hollywood. Welcome to our show that showcases who we are and what we do, and we want to show you that we make the best movies." Now, what they're voting for is we want to show you that we're the best people. So things like Nomadland that, you know, no one went to see or wanted.
No, nobody went to see that. Nobody wanted to see
Nobody
that.
went to see a lot of these ones.
But her previous movie was amazing. Amazing. The writers It was about, she started as a documentary about these Native American kids, and she turned it into a movie about their own lives and scripted their own lives into it. And one of the kids got, they were Bronco riders, and one of the kids got stomped on his head. It was wild, amazing.
No, there is such a divide between the ultra woke stuff that wins the awards.
There's no ultra woke, bro. I'm ultra woke. They're not woke enough for me. I'm sorry. They're not woke enough.
Well, that's quite a statement, and we probably should not pursue that at all.
America is a centrist country. We don't have a real left. We have a real radical right, but we don't have a real radical left. We have center and then a little center left. Real radical left wants to destroy government just like the right, wants to upend everything, wants to throw out the establishment. We don't have any of that. Come on. What do we have? The left, the Democrats eat their own. And they don't listen to their progressives. They destroy them.
I don't even, I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue. I tell you.
Come on, let's hop.
Let me ask you about your personal life. Like, when you're in a relationship, are you always having like political talks with your girl? Or I'm assuming it's a girl. I don't want to be. I want to be woke enough to say it doesn't.
Thank you.
It could be anything, and everything would be fine, and that's true. Everything would be fine. But I know you're a straight man.
Yeah.
But do you have to be with someone who agrees with you politically, or could you be with someone, and would you then always be arguing?
My wife and I are always arguing.
Oh, you're married now.
I've been married. I've been married almost tomorrow. Tomorrow's our anniversary.
How many years?
We've been married 25 years.
You've been married 25 years?
Yeah.
I got bad information.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. I mean, we've had our ups and downs, and, we got past it, and I think we're doing great right now. We're doing amazing.
So your marriage came along just with the century?
Yes, it
25
did.
years.
25 years.
Isn't that something?
And for Hollywood, that's like 100 years.
Oh, that's a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Where's that award? I want that one.
Well, congratulations. That's and do you argue politics, or do you
we argue politics. We argue a lot.
She doesn't see things exactly as you do?
No, she doesn't. She sees things very differently than I do, and
Maybe
sometimes
I should be
it's
with
uncomfortable. Yeah, I think you should be. If you like to fight, if you like to argue.
I don't. I really don't. People think I do because I wind up doing it. I mean,
but if you left New York and you don't like New York, it's because you don't like to argue. Because everybody loves to argue. All my friends argue with me 24/7.
They do.
Yeah, New Yorkers argue all the fucking time. Even when they shouldn't be arguing, they're arguing.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things I just did not like about the city. And John, I lived there twice. I lived there. First of all, again, I grew up with New York TV, New York sports teams. My father worked there. So yes, we were a satellite of New York. But come on, New Jersey.
I know. It's New York adjacent for real.
I mean, I mean, look, you're from what borough?
Queens, Jackson. I'm bridging
tunnel.
tunnel.
Well, there are people who would say
you're not
Manhattan. I actually say New Jersey.
My wife tells me that. Yeah, she does. She says you're bridging tunnel. You'll always be bridging tunnel.
And Staten Island.
Forget it's not even New York.
Does it really belong in New York? It's like they towed it from off of North Carolina or something.
What is that? Staten Island.
It doesn't even look like a city.
Except for Wu-Tang. That's the only great thing they've ever done.
Of course. Well, it's the cradle of civilization, where the Wu-Tang Clan emerged. By the river.
God, I'm so thankful for that. It makes me always want to believe and thank the Lord.
So civilization began by 4 rivers because you need...
Well, Western civilization, European civilization. No.
Rivers transcend ethnicity, John. One of them was the Yangtze in China.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, this is before there was even politics, so there couldn't be any prejudice about where it started. It was just about the river brings fertile soil. Let's live here.
Yes, but there were a lot of places that happened.
4.
Okay, go ahead.
The Yangtze, the Tigris Euphrates in Mesopotamia. More, thank God, not white people, because what's worse than that? The Nile, more not white people. Great.
Right, it's amazing.
And the Amazon.
Oh, you got it. You did get it. Damn, you're good.
Yeah.
Are you a historian?
No.
Are you like a historian?
Wait, no, I don't think it's the Amazon because
well, I'm gonna add
they had to migrate into South America.
But you're right. But you're right because
it's the Nile, the Yangtze, the Tigris Euphrates, and
it is the Amazon because they just did laser LiDAR and they found all these incredible civilizations underneath the jungle forest and the Amazon.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
And chilies, avocado, tomatoes all come from the Amazon. So how did they get all the way to
Chili's the restaurant?
Say what?
Chili's the restaurant?
No, Chili's all chilies come. Latin food is the mother cuisine of all great modern cuisine.
The cradle of eating, obviously.
Yo, hot food? There would be no hot food if it wasn't for us. No chilies, chocolate. There would be no chocolate. There would be no vanilla. The corn created the Industrial Revolution. That fed everything. And potatoes helped Europe grow during the Industrial Revolution. Without our potatoes, our corn, our chocolate, our vanilla, you got nothing.
My people, the Irish, had a little something to do with potatoes, I must say.
Yeah, you got it from us. We got potatoes from South America.
The Irish got potatoes from South America. I don't think that's historically accurate.
And it's good that you're on weed because that'll help.
Want some?
No. Because not to talk to you. I need to be sharp.
No, you don't. I'm not. No, do you not smoke weed at all?
No, I take edibles like to go to sleep or to travel and whatnot. And a cap and a stem now and then to be happy.
Oh, it's mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've learned how to like microdose it well, haven't they?
Really good with chocolate stuff. And that's also a Latin thing. Mushrooms they're from Mesoamerica.
Okay. Why don't we make it easier? Name a thing the Latins haven't done. And that seems like a much shorter list.
It's hard because popcorn,
what about
peanut butter?
Bronze statues of businessmen at bus stops? Is that from because that seems like a very white.
Yeah. Rodin is white. Yeah, we'll give you Rodin.
Okay, the monster or the sculptor?
Oh my God, don't you love those monsters? Godzilla, Rodin, Mothra.
Mothra. Yes.
Mothra? Oh,
was that
the
Japanese?
Crazy butterfly. Yeah, all the Godzilla creatures.
Okay.
Was Rodin the turtle?
No, I mean, didn't you play? Were you Mutant Ninja?
No, I was in Spawn, the black comic book.
But didn't you play some? Were you Luigi?
Luigi, Super Mario Brothers first video game.
Right.
Wasn't very successful then, but now it's become cult.
Moulin Rouge, you were.
I was Toulouse-Lautrec.
That's a great
painter.
part. Right.
Incredible director. I mean, Baz Luhrmann, one of the greats. A world builder. He creates worlds.
Romeo and Juliet?
Yes.
Right.
Tybalt.
Wait, see, I remember all those because you made that comment once about like James Franco shouldn't be playing Castro.
Yeah, he shouldn't be.
And I was like, but John, you've played all these parts of people who aren't Colombian. Why does it work one way and not the other way?
Because it hasn't worked in our favor in centuries. When the founding fathers of Hollywood came to Hollywood, it had just been Mexico 60 years prior. And they came into a predominantly Latino community that had been lynched, massacred, burned alive, shot, redlined, segregated, sterilized, Jim Crowed. And they came here and they didn't include the people into any of their movies for centuries.
Drink?
Yeah, please. No, I don't drink.
Oh, no.
I'm sober.
It goes with the light conversation. Cocktail?
Yeah.
Should we move to the veranda? No, I'm sure that...
and then there was brownface for like decades, bro. Brownface. I mean, Charlton Heston and Touch of Evil.
But that was a while ago. I mean, since then we've had Raul Julia and Andy Garcia.
Dude, we're 20% of the population with less than 3% of the leads on film and television. We're 30% of the box office, and we're still like we're the most aggressively underrepresented ethnic group in America.
Well, okay. I'm sure there's work to do there, and
I need your help doing it.
How could I help? What could I possibly?
$150 million.
Well, I don't have. I don't have it.
I just need a little.
I don't have
cash.
it, and if I had it, I wouldn't spend it on that. Let me tell you something.
What would you spend your money on?
I'm a very simple dude.
I can see by this huge property.
Well, I do have some land. That's nice. But I like land.
I like land too. I like land is good.
Yeah, land is good. It's one reason I, again, would not want to live in New York. I do not like living in a building.
I like land too.
Because I grew up in the suburbs.
Yeah.
New Jersey is the suburbs.
Yeah,
I grew up with a lawn. We were middle class. We didn't have anything special or spectacular, and I still don't. I have, I'm a simple guy.
This house is not simple.
My actual house is.
This is amazing.
My actual house 2 bedrooms, is that a lot?
No, that's not a lot.
It's not a lot. I don't
How many
want
square footage?
I don't
What's
know.
your footage?
I don't even know, but it's not a lot. It's got a kitchen. It's got a nice kitchen. Look, it has a kitchen with an island, which when I was a kid, my kitchen was the size of this chair. Like an island, the kitchen was an island. Now everybody's got an island.
Yeah, you got that space for an island. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not like it's what kitchens became. Houses got bigger. So I have a kitchen, I have a small dining room, a nice living.
You're not overcompensating.
A nice living room, and then upstairs there's a family room, which I don't go in a lot because I don't got that.
Family, you don't have a family.
And then my bedroom, a spare bedroom, a nice closet. I mean, I have a great office. It's built sort of for one, that house, but I don't need a lot. I'm a simple guy. One house, one car, one plane. That's it.
You don't have 2 homes. You don't have one plane. Just a simple jet. No helicopters for you?
No. That stuff doesn't make me happy. It's just stuff that means stuff to me.
Right.
Could they take my politically incorrect sign? They could have, but
politically incorrect. I love that show.
Yeah, you were on it.
Yeah, I was. I love it.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you were very influential. I mean, your show was incredible. I mean, because nobody was talking like you back in the day when you came up with being really aggressive about thoughts and calling people on shit.
Oh,
nobody was doing gotcha.
And I'm
TV.
still doing it.
Yeah, you still are.
Yeah. Look, we all know speed and quality rarely go hand in hand. You don't go to a drive-thru expecting caviar, just like you don't grab fast food sushi. Sure, it's ready in 3 minutes, but your weekend plans now involve a trip to urgent care. However, I got to admit, there is one place where fast doesn't mean trouble. ZipRecruiter. With ZipRecruiter, you can actually find super qualified candidates fast. It's like ordering a gourmet meal at a drive-thru and actually getting a gourmet meal. If you need to hire someone smart and reliable who's genuinely a good addition to your team, like I occasionally do here at the show, wink, wink, use our link to check out ZipRecruiter.com/random. You get access to their supercharged resume database, so you can find and connect with qualified candidates in minutes. And if someone stands out, you can instantly see their contact info. 320,000 new resumes get added every month, so you're not fishing in an empty pond here. ZipRecruiter, it's the place for hiring. Experience hiring, speed, and quality with ZipRecruiter. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And if you go to ZipRecruiter.com/random right now, you can try it for free. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/random. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Hey, you know what's harder than admitting you need therapy? Finding a therapist who doesn't ask you to wait a sec while they type all of your questions into ChatGPT. You better hope it doesn't hallucinate. Well, that's where Rula comes in. They've got a real network. Over 15,000 vetted therapists and psychiatrists across the country. They actually help you find the right fit based on what you need, not just what your insurance barely covers. And get this, you can pay as little as $15 a session with in-network coverage for most major insurances. That's cheaper than whatever new agey supplement your cousin Karen is selling on Facebook. And yes, I think therapy has helped many people I know because, contrary to what some people think, working on yourself doesn't mean you're weak or flawed. It makes you less unbearable to be around. That's what it does. And trust me, we could all use a little less unbearable. Thousands have already trusted Rula to support them on their journey toward improved mental health and overall well-being. Head on over to Rula.com/random to get started today. After you sign up, they ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them our show sent you. Go to RULA.com/random and take the first step towards better mental health today. You deserve quality care from someone who does care. No, I mean, I was funny reading the paper today, and there's Curtis Sliwa on the front page.
Wow, crazy.
Right.
Running for New York mayor.
Right. And it was, I just remember him on like the
Subway.
The first season of Politically Incorrect,
yeah,
because we would have, we had like a budget of nothing. And so we would have local New York types on very well. And he was interesting. Remember the Angels?
Of course, I see him on the subway all the time.
Right, with the red hats.
Yeah.
You know, and I think his girl was with him, and she was kind of like a hot guardian angel.
She was really fine. She was like some kind of Russian chick. Yeah.
And now I see him, and we all look older. Although you look fantastic, you really don't look like you still look.
Brown don't break down, so
Another thing in the Brown column. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Let me keep scoring.
Yeah.
Latin. White people, bronze statues.
White people have done some good things.
Bronze statues. Wait, we were the first ones to combine avocado and toast.
You were.
The Winter Olympics.
Avocado toast is incredible.
Winter Olympics.
That's amazing.
That's us.
Skiing.
Music and elevators.
Oh, I gotta love elevator music.
White
Come on,
people
it really relaxes me.
White people have done a lot of things. I know, a lot of bad things. But, everybody in the world has done a lot of bad things.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Being horrible and racist and colonizers and all that shit, it is not the province of one race.
No, of course not. Of course not. I mean, my 15th, I go back 500 generations on both sides in the Americas. 500? Yeah, on both sides.
How do you know that?
Because I went on Finding Your Roots.
But they don't go back 500 generations.
Yeah, you can't because...
No.
They can't. They can't because the Catholic Church kept crazy records.
Not 500, John.
Yeah,
you got that one. No, I promise you.
They traced me back, my 15th grandfather.
That's not 500. 1400s? Humans.
What's the 1400s?
Well, think about it. How many generations in
That's 500 years ago, brother. I know you're on a little bit of weed. I'm going to help you with the math.
No, you're the one who's going to be embarrassed. How many generations in a century?
Well, it depends. If you're Latino, it might be 20 or 30.
In a century, you have children every
16 years.
Say 20 years for a generation.
Okay, all right.
That's it. So there's 5 generations in a century. So in 500 years, that's 5
That's if everybody's having kids at 20. Yeah.
That's 25 generations.
I'm the only person on this show that they could trace my lineage 500 years on both sides in the Americas. 2 conquistadors who were genocidal murderers.
I'm sure you're related to conquistadors, but they don't go back 500 years.
1492.
Conquistadors were like 500 years ago. Again, that's 25 generations, not 500.
That's 400 years. I didn't say 500 generations. I said 500 years.
You said generations.
No, I said my 15th grandfather was Ben Alcazar, right-hand man to Pizarro. And he came to Colombia before he genocided tons of Ecuadorian women and children. And then he came to Colombia and created 4 cities.
Yeah, I mean, Mexicans are a mix of the indigenous people and the Spanish. So, when people are like, oh, yeah. I mean, and the Spanish were as
You got to go on Finding Your Roots, because you're going to find...
I did.
What did they find? Did you have roots?
Yeah, I knew basically what they were. My father, Ireland.
Yeah.
My mother, that family originally was from Hungary, Hungarian Jewish on that side, although the Jewish kind of melted away as they came to America. I mean, that wasn't really put into me, but it's my heritage. And my father's side was pretty standard, like came right after the Civil War in this country, the potato famine in Ireland. Oh, sure. They traced it certainly back 1818. I remember that number sticks in my head when they had the name of, it was what, great-great-great-great-grandmother or something like that, born in the church. They go back to like the church. And
yeah, because the Catholic Church kept
of course, they kept the record.
Yeah.
So they knew the people, absolutely, their full names and who came here and then married, and O'Toole married this one. Yeah, I mean, it was a very standard history. The Irish came to this country around that time, and they've also faced horrible prejudice.
Oh, yeah. They were...
Irish and actors need not apply, or shit like that. And, every ethnic group that comes here gets the shaft. You're like at the bottom of the
Right, but we've been here, the first European language spoken in America was not English, was Spanish. And we've been here since then.
Absolutely.
And we, Irish, because they're white people, can move up, but we haven't moved up. We've stayed in the same place because this is the 4th mass deportation of Latinos since 1830. We've been after Mexico became America, and they took the land and invaded and took from the Mississippi to the Pacific. They started lynching people, stealing their land, stealing their political wealth, and then they mass deported in the 1930s with the Repatriation Act. 2 million Latinos, most of them were American citizens.
Yes, and what the president is doing, scaring the shit out of people who shouldn't have the shit scared out of them and should be able to stay here, is awful. And I told that to him to his face.
You did?
Yes.
That's amazing. That takes a lot of courage.
Yeah, well, we kind of famously had dinner a few weeks ago, months ago, and
so you called him out. You called him out.
We had don't make me go through this again, but it was a big controversy at the time. You must have seen.
Huge. Yeah, no, it was insane.
So like they were mad at me for going there, the woke, but like I kept saying, well, among other things, one, when I left the dinner and before I got there, I never stopped tearing him a new asshole about the things I thought he deserved a new asshole torn about. So,
and he took it. He took it with
what they got mad at me about was just explaining that in person he's a completely different guy.
Oh, totally different
guy. And that is not on me. I'm just reporting.
Yeah.
And yes, you can have a conversation. And I did at one point say to him those exact words. I said, "You're scaring people. Yeah. Why do you want to scare your own citizens?" In public, he would have exploded at that.
Right.
And say, "You're a terrible person."
Yeah.
And in private, he talks to you like a human being and listens a lot better than a lot of other people who are in those kind of positions have. That's just the truth. I know.
Right.
I know they hate to hear it, and a lot of people are involved.
But it's the presentational, performative side of him that's so dangerous and heinous.
So dangerous and so heinous.
Yeah,
yes,
I mean that side of him, because I've met him too, because we all met him in New York. He was always in the clubs, hitting on some model or something, whatever. Sitting on some corner trying to hit on all the hotties.
And what were you doing in the 90s? The same thing.
I always had a date. I always came with a date.
I met him once at Moomba. Do you remember Moomba?
Yes, of course.
You do?
I saw him at Moomba. He was always at Moomba.
Okay, well, that's where I met him twice before he was president. Once at the Playboy Mansion and once at Moomba.
Yeah, Moomba was hot. That was where all the models were going.
And I think he was once on Howard Stern, and my name came up, and they were. Howard was always asking about girls, and I guess I was with someone, and he went, "Yeah, he was with someone not bad."
You got not bad, hey. You got the nod of approval from Trump. That's crazy. I met him a time I was giving an award at the Trump Tower before he was even a political person, and I was giving Baz Luhrmann an award, and he came up to me and he goes, "Oh, you're so articulate," because white people always tell you that if you're a Latin person and you can speak, that you're so articulate, which I know is code for I thought you were all dumb, but he was so meek. He was so. I was astounded at how incredibly meek he is. I wouldn't quiet.
I wouldn't call it meek. What I would call it is knowing how to make everybody. It's ironic because he's known as the greatest egomaniac, and he is quite an egomaniac. But to make the person you're talking to feel like they're the ones who are important, and you're interested in what they're saying, he's good at that. I remember that. I remember that at the Playboy Mansion, and I saw it again at the White House.
Right, it's obsequious. It's obsequious.
It's not obsequious. He's just.
I mean, I'm telling you what I experienced. It seemed obsequious, even though he gave me the old you're so articulate.
Well, that's just obnoxious because it's a terrible thing. But people say, "Is he a racist or not?" He's an 80-year-old, or soon to be a year away from 80-year-old guy whose father was a virulent racist.
Oh yeah,
and
he marched with the KKK. His father was arrested for marching.
His father was definitely a racist,
and his grandfather was a pimp.
Like of the times, the people are a product of their times. He is a product of his
but some of us overcome our times.
Yeah, exactly. That is absolutely true.
He hasn't overcome that.
That is true and fair to say. But he's not on the level of racism that
Stephen Miller is. No, nobody's at the level of Stephen Miller's racism, and who's the architect of all this mass deportation. Grew up here in Santa Monica with Latinos, and I guess they bullied him, and he's got a chip on his shoulder over that.
But I mean, part of this is a backlash to how badly Biden handled the immigration situation. It can't just be like come one, come all, which it was.
There's plenty of room here, and we need
room.
There's plenty of room in America. Come on, there's not a lack of room in America.
But it's never about room. It's about resources and about like having countries have to have a border. It just can't be. I mean, they've done surveys and something like 200 million people around the world, when asked, would you come to America if you could? Yes, I would. Why wouldn't they? Lots of countries, excuse me, are shitholes.
Right.
And they would love to be here. You can't
I mean,
just
I'm not right. No, right. The places aren't shitholes, but...
Well, they are. I mean, that's why they want to come.
And it's usually because of America. What America's done, especially in Latin America, has beat up every democracy that was burgeoning in Latin America. They destroyed it to keep their oil or their resources or bauxite or bananas.
Like, if you don't really have rights, like as far as like women's rights in most majority Muslim countries, women just don't have close to the rights we have here. If you can't dress the way you want, if you are in a country where there's just extreme poverty, which a lot of countries have, or if there's like the kind of corruption, and we have corruption here, of course, but on a level.
Well, we have extra new corruption with the meme coin.
But it is on a level in some countries that's way, way more.
Well, we're catching up. We're catching up.
We're catching up, but we still.
No, it's still.
But there's a reason why people want to come here, because it's still better.
But I got to tell you, I mean,
if you live in a country where you can take a chicken on a bus, that was always my standard. Okay, I think I have the right to call that a shithole country, and I see why you want to come here. It's not your fault you live in a shithole. It doesn't mean you're a shithole person. But you had the misfortune of being born there, and I get it why you would want to move here.
Right, but the thing is that the immigrants that are coming here are building the country. They're the essential workers.
They are.
They're the first responders. They're doing all your construction, painting, plumbing, raising all your food, cooking all your food, serving all your food.
Kids, taking care of your kids.
Taking care of your kids. We do all the work that nobody wants to do and keeps the country going. I mean, immigrants are the life source of this country.
Yes, they are, absolutely, because, again, we're both products of them.
Yes, we are both.
We need, but what most Americans, I think sensible, middle-of-the-road people would say is, yes, of course, we are an immigrant welcoming country, but there has to be some order to it. It just can't be come one, come all. No, I mean, there was like video people would see of people just the border guards just looking as people or just like giant trains of people. And, that's why, and then where do they go? They went to cities on the borders who then were like, you know what? If you people in New York think that it's such a great idea to let anybody in, we're going to bust them to you. And then what did the people in New York say? I mean, even the governor of New York was like, we can't take all these people. Mayor Adams was like, and he's right. It's like, these people live here, and now this is their burden to this degree. But I mean, those people,
I agree.
Those cities on the border called the bluff of the sanctuary city. It's very easy to sit there from far away and go, we're a sanctuary city. Okay, well, here's all the people sanctuary, and then they didn't like it.
Let's fix the immigration problem.
That's the kind of hypocrisy.
But let's fix the legal immigration, because it's a broken system. That people who've been here for 30 years can't be naturalized. That's insane. Who've been working here and giving their lives. And just fix the legal immigration. Stop creating these quotas and this blockage.
He did finally have to go back on that and say, the people who work
farms
because who does he think cleans the rooms in his hotels?
Right, exactly.
Who do you think mows the lawn
in all his
at your golf club around your first wife's grave?
Your golf balls for you.
So he has a way of always going too far and just doing.
And then tacoing. Yes. He just tacos.
Tacoing. Everything is Latin.
I forgot the whole world is Latino.
Coming from taco. That's right.
Come on.
Well, the Iranians found out it's not always taco.
Oh my God,
they found out it was not always tacoing.
Yeah. That's
See, it's kind of good to have that reputation of he never follows through. Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're
and then boom, it comes out of nowhere.
$30,000 bomb up your ass.
It's so crazy.
So, well,
here we are.
So what are you doing out here? Are we
hustling, selling?
What do you?
I'm hawking wares.
For what?
Smoke.
That's your series.
Yeah.
Apple.
True Crime. Dennis Lehane, one of the great preeminent.
How's Apple to work with? Good.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I'm catching up to your.
I'm a humble man.
You're a humble man.
With a humble. Hey, you know what? I was poor.
No, you've earned it. I'm not saying, I'm not begrudging
when I
your
lived
wealth.
in New York, I was like, it's funny, I know I used to hear old comics talk about this and think they were so corny, but now I'm saying it, and it's true when they would say, we were poor when we were young, but we didn't know we were poor.
You didn't know, you never knew you were poor.
I'm sure I knew. I was living on a shithole apartment above a bus stop on 8th Avenue and 55th Street.
But you didn't know it was shitty. You were kind of loving it and digging it.
I did, but I was
you were
on
roughing
my
it. You were an artist.
own.
Yeah.
I was living in New York for the first
hottest women in the whole country.
Yes, none would talk to you, but they were the hottest. that's the thing about New York.
Yeah, women.
That's one reason I didn't like New York. I did not get along with the women. You vibe with certain cities.
Yeah.
I came out here, I found paradise.
Oh my God, you made
in New York.
Well, you also came here when you had mad success.
More success. I did not come here when I had mad. I came here in 1983 when I had done 3 Tonight shows. I didn't have.
Oh my God, that's success.
I had a little apartment and a Toyota, and my sound system was.
No, that's not success.
My sound system in the car was a boombox in the back seat.
Oh, do you have a Toyota Corolla? Is that what you had?
That plugged into the cigarette lighter.
Those are some sad times.
That was my sound system.
Yeah.
Where I put a tape into a boombox. I
remember those things.
In the back seat of the car.
But didn't you think you were cool? Come on, you thought you were so dope.
No one could think they were cool with a boombox in the back seat. And
but then you started,
I remember I was going out with a girl in 1985 who was like so out of my league. And she would just unmercifully make fun of me about that.
That's incredible. You gotta love that. You gotta love that.
I do. It doesn't work to have things if you can't look back and know what you didn't have, because it just doesn't. Somebody was mentioning sometime recently that, nice bathtub. And I said, I never had a bathtub that I wanted to get into until I was 45 when I moved here.
Wow.
I never took a bath. I mean, I had that
you took like sink
took a
showers?
shower, because the idea of sitting in this little narrow
you
shitty
do horse baths? Horse baths, like at a sink?
They used to call it, they had an ethnic name for that, but I won't say it.
No, I know they did.
Because it would make you so mad. I'm just saying I've heard it.
I know.
But
that's good restraint. I appreciate that.
But it was a blankety blank shower.
Yeah, no, I know.
I've taken many of them.
Yeah, we all have.
I still do it sometimes.
Yeah. Yo, I found out that when I realized that I was really poor was when I went to the Fresh Air Fund. Do you remember the Fresh Air Fund? They used to take Latin and black kids that were poor, and they would send us to a rich white family in the country for 2 weeks. And then I realized, oh my God, they have TV dinners, they have TVs, 2 TVs. They have all this space. They have a yard. It was incredible. Then I realized I was fucking poor.
Yeah, I was super poor. I mean, that apartment was horrible. It was what they called a studio, which meant one room. I often woke up with roaches around me.
Oh yeah, that's
sometimes crawling on me.
Oh yeah, no, I've had that.
I mean,
I've had one crawl on my lips.
Yeah, if you don't know you're poor, then when you wake up with a roach in your mouth,
that is the most disgusting.
Not this kind of roach.
No, that kind of roach. You wake up with that one. That's okay. That means you had a great night. Yeah, I mean, I got talent because that's the only way you can get girls if you're broke. Is if you have talent, and it's like a magnet, and girls come to you. Otherwise, without cash, you're not going to get girls. Not in New York City.
Take me through that. How did the talent? Because I don't remember this happening to me. I don't remember being a starting out young comedian and, I've got talent, and the girls were there. They were not.
Oh my God, they were all over there. I was at First Amendment Improv. I don't know if you remember that. It was on Bond Street.
What was your first thing? You were in an improv troupe?
Yeah, I was an improv troupe.
In New York?
Yeah, and there were all these...
Where were they headquartered?
Bond Street.
Where, downtown?
Downtown, and Robin Williams would come in, Bruce Willis would come in, yeah. I was in the C company. I wasn't part of the A company. I never got to the A company.
Well, that's their loss, huh?
Now
they look stupid. So they had like leagues like that?
Yeah. So there was
like
all
varsity, junior varsity?
Yeah.
Wow.
C was the worst. But they kept promising. So you had to clean their bathrooms, do the bar, sweep, and clean up the whole place.
Who from the A group would we know today that went on to good things?
Oh, wow.
Maybe nobody.
Michael, oh my God, what's his name? Michael.
Well,
I can't remember his name.
He can't be that
great.
No,
he was in talk radio on Off-Broadway with Eric Bogosian. And Nancy Lombardo coached Josh from Drake and Josh. For comedy. Okay, it's not really huge success, but it's...
I'm not a culture vulture, John, but I do occasionally go to the theater and enjoy it when I do. And I went to see a play by Eric Bogosian when I lived in New York in the 90s.
Talk radio?
No, I don't think it was.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll?
Maybe it was that. It was it's in the Village, and it's this little, the theater's the name of the street, like the
Barrow Street Theater, or
maybe.
Manila Lane?
That's it.
Yeah, okay.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a great little theater, yeah.
Okay, I saw that there.
Oh, I think that was Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll. That was a big one, yeah.
Right. And yeah, I was
Drinking in America, or one of those. They were great.
I mean...
Oh, you didn't like it?
No, I did.
Oh, yeah.
I did.
I thought it was kind of revolutionary.
Yes, he had quite a moment there.
Yeah, because he brought rage. He brought anger to it. He brought a lot of great stuff to one-man shows and to comedy.
Right. I mean, I would say, in many ways, what you did on, bro, similar stuff, like one man, like, I'm just going to bring it as me.
Yeah. He was one of my one of the people who inspired me. Lily Tomlin, Whoopi Goldberg, and of course the great Spalding Gray, who was, I think, the forefather to all of us.
Right.
He gave me my first Obie for Mambo Mouth. Spalding Gray gave it to me.
What was the name of the big show he did? I remember. And we're talking about a waspy white guy.
Oh, he's the waspiest dude you ever met in your entire life.
But you're still okay with
Swimming to Cambodia was a big...
That was it.
Yeah.
Swimming to Cambodia. What a name for a... Wow, I don't...
you wouldn't think that would be a hit, but it was.
I think they ran it on PBS, and I saw it there. Sounds like the kind of thing that would happen.
I read all his plays. I read everything. And his new documentary is incredible where, he talks about...
So girls would come to...
No, they would be part of the troupe, and we'd be hanging out. Yeah, and they were all super fine.
Really?
And the headliners
in comedy,
dude, they were so fine. Wow. Jane Bruckner was one of the hottest women I ever saw. Pat, I can't remember her last name. Pat was a waspy chick. She was fine too. Yeah. Emmy Gay, she was. Yeah. There was some Tamara. Yeah, there was a lot of great.
You sure they were fine, or maybe they were just making you laugh, so you liked them more?
I like that too. I obviously
like that
swayed.
too, but I've never.
No, they were fine. They were fine.
Really?
Yeah, because you're right. There weren't a lot of hot chicks in stand-up.
It's just not
but improv.
No, there have been very attractive. I mean, Sarah Silverman is a world.
Oh yeah, she's fine. She's fine. Yeah.
And lots of the ones that had a reputation, because in the old days they had to sort of play that up to get over on the audience. Lucille Ball and
she's a beauty.
Yeah, she started out as an ingenue, not
as a model. She was a model.
Yeah. So
and then she married that Latin guy.
Yes.
And back to Latinness again.
And he was a success in the 50s. So, I mean, is America really that terrible?
Oh, dude, the one guy in, with a whole population around you, and there's one guy who's making it, who they couldn't even get the show on the air. She had to fight and say, I'm not going to do your radio show, unless my husband's in it. But America's not going to believe you're married to a Latin guy. And she goes, but I am.
It's so hard to imagine that show without him.
Lucy, you got a lot of explaining to do.
Because, times were so different. There was an episode where she purposely gets a sunburn so that Ricky won't hit her.
Oh my God, that's so
because
crazy.
She bought a dress that she shouldn't have. And just the idea that America was super cool with this complete notion of, oh, sure, your husband's
going to beat me.
Your husband's going to beat you.
Spousal abuse, it's part of the marriage.
Ralph Kramden.
Oh, yeah. To the moon, Alice.
I mean, it's hard to imagine, I don't know, Ray Romano threatening his wife with a closed fist every week at the end of Everybody Loves
Modern Family. O'Neill's going to go, come over here, Sofia Vergara. I'm going to knock you out.
And the gay guy is going to hit the other gay guy. We got to do it right. It's just... I'm just saying.
It was a different time.
I'm just saying, the amount that this country has changed, as much as we have problems, is just astounding. And I just don't think that's something that they want to acknowledge enough on the left, because they always want to feel like, I'm the better person because I say things are worse than you are saying. And that doesn't make you better just because you're a glummer. And when
Glomming, that's a very New York word. Did you say glomming?
no, I do say that word all the time. My mother used to say it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said glummer,
Oh.
but glomming. Yes, my mother would always say,
It's a great
"Hey,
Yiddish New York
glomming
word.
on."
Yeah, yeah.
Glomming
And the
on.
ganivs, those ganivs coming over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Emes, you know that one?
No, I don't know what emes is.
That means like the real truth.
Oh, wow. Nobody ever gave me the emes.
That's exactly how you say it. Like, give me the emes on whether the
Oh, that's so dope. I never heard that.
whether
That's
that
hot.
bomb wiped out the
Yeah, yeah.
Iranian nuclear state or not. You know, like, give me the emes.
Give me the emes.
But, you know, and I only know some of these from TV, like Spilkus.
Spilkus.
And
Yes.
what's the other one?
Cavelling. I'm cavelling over there.
Cavelling, verklempt.
Look at that punum. What a lovely
The
punum.
punum, yes,
yeah.
right.
Punum. I said punum.
Yeah, punum. But we have a lot of Latino phrases in the language.
Oh, yeah. Tons.
Okay, so...
They're good. Like homie.
Homie?
Yeah, you're my homie. What's up, homie? That comes from California.
I thought that was black.
No, black. It was black adopted, but it was Latinos here who were in jail, and you're a homie. You're from my hometown. You're my homeboy.
You know the movie? I'm sure you do. What what's the name of it? It's the fighting fighting queen. No.
Which one? Which one?
It's it was
Give
about
me more. Give me more.
3 years ago. I think it's it was about the African kingdom of Dahomey and the warrior queen.
Oh,
maybe?
yes, with Viola Davis.
Correct,
Yes.
correct.
Yeah.
And they gloss over the little fact in the movie to a degree, not completely, but they play it down that it was a kingdom based on slavery.
Wow.
Blacks taking other blacks as slaves, which happened all the time.
Yeah.
And the name of that kingdom was Dahomey.
Dahomey.
D-H.
Yeah.
And
that's
I remember
Dahomey.
when I. That's what all I could think of was
the homies.
These slaves were captured. They ain't my homie. And there was
take Dahomey.
The country used to be called Dahomey for years. I remember seeing it on the map, and now I think it is Benin.
Benin. I mean, everybody changed names.
They do change names from colonial names. I mean, Beijing when I was a kid was Peking. Remember Peking?
Yes,
Peking duck.
Peking duck. That's where it came from. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, things have changed.
Sri Lanka was Ceylon. Mumbai was Bombay.
Right.
You know, I mean...
It's incredible.
Yeah.
How do you keep up with all this? You have to read a lot.
My job.
It is your job.
It's always been my job. It was always my passion because, again, my father was a newsman.
Oh, so like, news was a big deal in your house.
It was. You know, I mean, they didn't force it on anybody, but, you know, kids, they just absorb by osmosis.
Yeah, you do.
So, you know, and I could also, we could hear my father on the radio. My father was a radio news guy.
Would I have heard him?
You may have if you listen to Mutual Broadcasting or WOR.
WOR, I listened to WOR.
You probably heard Bill Maher.
What, in the 70s?
Into the 70s, yes. By then he was more transitioned to editor, but 50s and 60s mostly, but maybe early 70s. And this was the days when every radio station had, news at the top of the hour.
Yeah.
Just 5 minutes of news, you know.
Like Wins News. They have the whole world in 10
exactly.
minutes. Ding.
Yeah, top of the hour.
Top of the hour. Wins News. The whole world in 10 minutes. That's so
Secretary of State Kennedy Howell has met with President Khrushchev's premier.
Yeah, you got that voice, man.
In Vienna.
The radio voice.
Talks were described as productive but frank. In other news, the hula hoop is...
Yeah, the hula hoop is all the rage in America.
And that was just how it was, you know. So it was always what I was interested in.
History and news.
History and news. The New York Times is always...
What college did you go to?
Cornell.
Oh, that's a good college.
Yeah.
What'd you major in?
English, history.
English lit.
Yeah, I mean, I think I started...
Your dad let you major in English lit? He was okay with that?
Well, I mean...
If he's paying for it, doesn't he want you to be in a career that's going to bring you...
He wasn't paying for a lot of it. He was out of work at that time.
Oh.
I was a drug dealer in college. I mean, a pot dealer. Look, it's...
Hey, that's how you paid for your credits?
At a certain point, yeah. I mean, look, I say pot dealer because primarily a pot dealer. But if our dealer got something else, we would sell that too.
Oh, damn, yeah.
So, this is the 70s.
Yeah, it's a different time.
And I'm lucky.
Well, you had to make, how you were going to pay for college? You wanted education, which is a great thing, and the only way for you to get it was dealing.
I mean, it was.
I'm not hating on you. I'm not hating.
It was a victimless crime.
Yeah.
College
bring a little pleasure. I mean, weed is now legal everywhere. What the fuck?
The college kids are going to get high. Yeah. If not
I tutored the disadvantaged. I tutored handicapped kids, and I read for the blind. That's how I paid for my college.
Yeah.
And took crazy loans that ruined my credit for 20 years.
I read to blind children every Tuesday night. Children.
Yeah, that's how I paid for it. I didn't drug deal because that wasn't my thing.
But in New York, you never got sucked into a drug lifestyle.
No.
You were never.
Now I grew up in that neighborhood. Everybody was like, there was so many addicts, and I was like, I'm never gonna be like that as long as I live.
Well, you don't have an addictive personality.
No, I have an addictive personality, but
you do. To what?
To caffeine and reading, success.
Everything you like is not an addiction, and some addictions are good. I never understood the term sex addiction. They would say he's got a sex addiction. And what is
that's a bad thing? How is that a bad thing?
What's the problem? What do you get? Wrinkles from smiling too much? I mean, but people have gone to. Tiger Woods, Michael Douglas.
It's just a performative sort of act of contrition.
Exactly.
We know what
well
they're
said.
Yeah,
a performative act of contrition. They went away to.
You tell I'm Catholic because I'm talking about contrition and penance.
I was raised the same way, Catholic.
I'm a recovering Catholic.
Me too.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My father, thankfully, pulled out. And Catholics, that's their method of birth control.
It is. That was my method for years.
Pulled out of the church when I was 13, right before.
That's what I meant, out of the church. I pulled out of the church.
So you're not Catholic anymore?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Really?
Yeah.
No religion?
No, my wife's Jewish, but she's not practicing. And my kids, they went to a crazy St. Anne's and Grace Church, but they're not practicing either.
Do they ask you about spiritual matters sometimes, or say, Daddy, what do we believe in?
No, they never asked that. That's interesting. We never really talked about.
Yeah.
I mean, I talked to them about spirituality. I did talk to them about that and meditation and finding your inner voice and all that stuff.
I think it's, as far as children go, I think that kind of stuff is something you'd have to tell the kids to begin with, because it's just not something that would cross their minds anyway. If you're 8 years old, you're not worrying about the.
What do you believe in? What is your? Do you believe in God, or do you believe in a higher power?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to ask that.
I believe in another toy.
That's what I believe in.
I believe in
chocolate.
I believe in baseball.
Yeah.
I believe in not getting beat up.
I obviously. You want to have great philosophical conversations with them when you can. But I always talk to them about spirituality and meditation and all those things that matter to me.
Are they grown up now?
Yeah, my kids are 24 and 25, yeah.
So what's that like? I mean, can you talk to them exactly like a friend, and should you?
I think at this age, if you want to have a great relationship, you got to stop being a parent at some point. Otherwise, you just scare them away.
Right, you're right.
Because you're being judgmental, basically, because they're not doing it the way you want it to be done. So you have to shut up a lot.
And also, they're grown up.
Yeah, they're grown up.
They gotta, at some point, they gotta let the bird fly. Yeah.
But I'm a Latin dad. I want them to be around me 24/7. I want them to live near me. I want to have their spouses come and stay with us. I want all of that. I do.
They're
married?
You have to
be. No, they're not married. My son's been with the same girl for about 2.5 years, so who knows? They're living together.
But you could be a grandfather at some point.
I would love that, man.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I'm 64. I long for that.
Wow. We're closer in age than I thought.
How old are you?
69.
Get out of here. Yeah. You're not 69.
Yeah, 69.
You're just trying to impress me.
No.
Show me your birth certificate.
I am really.
I don't believe you.
What are you, Trump? And
what am I, ICE agent?
What am I, Obama? Wow, I'm really falling behind in this race to get to grandchildren, because
Dude, if you don't have kids yet, that's
or marriage.
I think you're going to be grandfather and father at the same time.
No.
Are you planning to have kids?
No. Are you kidding?
Well, that's a good decision.
Of course, it was a great decision for me.
Yeah,
I mean, people are different.
I think so. I don't think everybody has to have kids.
They certainly don't.
The place is overpopulated anyway.
I think so.
You got to do it if that's what you think your mission is.
There's a very big movement. I mean, Elon Musk is one of these guys.
Oh my God, like repopulated with all his sperm. I mean, if you're a billionaire, I guess there's a lot of incentive.
But he's not the only one. A lot of people are on this tip that we need to have more babies. The Trump administration.
Well, what kind of babies though?
Like
white babies?
That's part of it.
Yeah. Let's talk about the real.
That is part of it.
The real mission.
I think that is definitely part of it. Is that they see themselves getting outbreeded.
Yeah.
And it's true, But
well, I mean, this country was a Native American country. That was the big population here. We were all Native American. And then until the Great Extermination, 95% of us disappeared off the Americas, out of the Americas.
When you say us, you're talking about
indigenous people. I mean,
people.
Yeah. I'm indigenous, so yeah.
But Colombian. I mean, come on, there's Spanish,
Inca.
Spanish blood in you too. You're not.
No, I'm not fully.
You're not one
indigenous.
of those, with the bowler hat. The ones.
Oh my God, the Peruvians! I love that. The women adopted that hat. That is the dopest thing.
What is that all about? That black round hat?
It was. I think it was a bad shipment of bowler hats that got sent to Bolivia. And the women loved them, and they the whole shipment of it, and they became part of the culture. But it was a British bowler hat.
I wonder if you looked up on Pornhub, you could get one where the girl was wearing that while she's blowing a guy. I bet you
can find anything.
That's what I'm.
You can
saying.
Request that.
I
don't want
go
that.
I'm just curious.
Go on the app Field, FEELD.
No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to see it. I'm
just trying to help you.
I'm not,
I don't use Field.
Don't.
But if you want to ask for bondage or
no, I
whatever,
don't. I don't.
If you want to ask, if it's spanking or a pinky up the ass, go to Field. I don't have any stake in it. But
looking for Bolivian blowjob, I'm not. I'm just curious about things. But
you're a curious man.
I'm very curious.
And that's what keeps you young.
I think so.
Absolutely.
I think a few things keep you young.
What else? What else keeps you young?
The pot. For me, works for me,
What else?
It's an energy drug for me, I'm
Gives you energy.
I'm more energetic. I would never do it before I slept. That would be the opposite of.
Wow, that's crazy. I take them to go to sleep to get that velvet dream.
Many people do.
Yeah.
We all have different body chemistries.
Yeah, we do, absolutely.
That's why we all
like
do.
Cap and Stems make me feel the most content I've ever felt in my life. But then some of my other friends get serotonin depletion, and I get so mad, depressed the following day.
You are definitely getting serotonin depletion from mushrooms. That's a fact. How much it affects you the next day?
Not barely.
That's good because it's a microdose.
Yeah. Cap and Stem is tiny. Yeah.
I remember doing mushrooms the first or second time I did it, and it was at that point I just left college. I was living in New York in an apartment in Spanish Harlem.
Oh, look at you! It's Spanish again. Go to your
99th Street.
99th Street, definitely Spanish Harlem.
I remember I had one of my first jokes was like, I live in such a cultured neighborhood. Everyone is practicing their Spanish all the time.
Did you pick up any good words? Coño, hueputa.
Por favor, I learned.
Por favor is good. That's good. Please.
Please.
You always please.
That's about it. I'm not a cunning linguist. But
a lingual cunnilingus.
I was living on 99th Street.
Spanish Harlem.
Spanish Harlem.
Yeah. On the east side.
What was I telling you? Yeah, it was a 5-floor walk up.
Mm-hmm.
5 floors. And
kept you in shape.
Oh, really did. And, it was between 3rd and Lex.
Oh, yeah. Deep in it.
And, it wasn't in the triple digits, 99th.
Yeah.
So,
You're not in, yeah. But it was right at the border. I think the border was what, 96th Street or something like that? Of Spanish Harlem?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, because my cousin lived on 98th and 5th Avenue in Spanish Harlem.
What were the addresses you remember?
Well, I lived in Queens. So
all your life?
Yeah. Corona, East Elmhurst.
You never lived
Oh, yeah. When I went to college, I went to NYU, so I was in Manhattan, yeah. And then I lived all over I lived at the Whitby.
You must be ecstatic about the new mayor.
We don't have a new mayor yet.
You know, well, I mean, you must be ecstatic that the Democratic candidate is
Bandani.
Zamboni.
Zoran Mandani.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm still learning the name. No disrespect.
No. I don't feel disrespect.
You must be thrilled about that.
I like him. Yeah. I think I'm a democratic socialist. So yeah.
Right. I mean, one of yours is getting in.
Yeah.
And wow, we'll see how that goes.
Well, we'll see how that goes. I mean, we still have a long way to go. Everybody's now backing Eric Adams.
Well,
not everybody that I'm friends with, but I know a lot of New York movers and shakers are backing Eric Adams now because they feel like Cuomo's going to be out.
I read today that the people Cuomo did the best with were the people that Mamdani was targeting the most, the working class Black and Latino.
No, Mamdani did well with Latinos. Maybe he didn't do well with Blacks.
Okay, there you go.
I don't know why.
I think because they've seen this movie before about being somebody who has promising stuff that cannot possibly be delivered.
Oh, no, he might be able to deliver. I mean, do you feel like Eric Adams delivered? Please.
No, but
tough on crime? Yeah, right.
He wasn't. I like.
He wasn't tough enough, man. I mean, I mean, New York is doing fine. I think it's doing okay. We just have to deal with like you guys got to deal with the homeless situation.
Yeah.
But you know, Reagan in the 1980s, before 1980, you were able to institutionalize people.
I mean, the thing they got Eric for was the connection with Turkey, the bribes. Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
Like the country of Turkey. And it was like, okay, it wasn't what he should have been doing exactly, accepting, you know, hotel rooms or whatever.
Well, he shouldn't be accepting anything.
I know, but it was like, of all the things people do in this world.
Well, I mean, the meme coin, Trump's meme coin, like, come on. That's real. Right. That's a real Ponzi scheme.
Right. Yeah. Or the dude in New Jersey, Menendez.
Oh, Menendez.
I'm sorry, John.
The Egyptian guy. He took how much money did he take? Gold bricks. He took gold
Latino.
bricks.
Oh, we're going to put one for the white. I'm going to put, when the whites get one there, when Menendez putting gold bricks.
I'll give you that one.
Okay.
I'll give you that one.
Menendez putting gold bricks. Okay.
So, and his wife, too, and she was taking the other gold bricks.
Of all the corrupt things that people do, to like be like that apoplectic about his.
I know, but we're not mad about that.
A hotel room from Turkey, like Turkey. But, you know, okay, so he did some favors for Turkey. It reminded me of when they threw Winona Ryder out of show business for like 12 years because she shoplifted. I'm like, of all the crazy things that people do and the sins and the crimes and the shitty stuff.
That's insane.
And
I mean, that canceling culture is crazy.
Deal breaker for you is that you.
No, that wasn't my deal breaker for him.
No, not for you, but I'm just saying, like it just like there was just no rhyme or reason.
His mismanagement is what bugs me.
No rhyme or reason to like the punishment level for the crime that goes on in show business. No. People do the worst sort of things, and the punishment is fairly benign, and then they do nothing, like shoplift. I mean, so she had a bad day. I just wanted to lift, I don't know.
She wanted some stuff that she liked, and she didn't want to pay for it.
Or she just was having a moment and said, Opie nail polish, I'm going to just fucking take it. And it's like, and you can't.
Who hasn't shoplifted in their life? Come on. I shoplifted a ton when I was a kid.
Baseball cards.
Baseball cards, toys.
All I cared about was
toys. I always wanted toys.
Yeah.
Did you play baseball growing up?
Yes.
What position?
I was a second baseman.
Oh, you got to have a good arm.
I was also a pitcher. I remember one of my wonderfulest moments was I was brought in as a relief pitcher. And like won the big game. I remember leaving Hoffman Field.
That's the best feeling, man.
And like people, it was like my first.
You felt like a star.
First time I ever felt like a star.
Yeah.
Because like people were like patting me on the back, and like I was like. Yeah, and I must have been all of 8 years old or something.
Oh wow,
and it was,
8.
Well, it was Little League. It was Pee Wee League.
Wow.
And my father was the coach of the team. Because he worked nights radio, so he did like we could practice on a Wednesday afternoon or something, and you know he kind of was like more hard on me because he wanted to like overcompensate for being dad the coach.
Yeah.
So like I should have been the starting pitcher. I had a very strong arm, And he put this other guy who just grooved it, and they started to like light him up, and they brought me in, and I
you're a closer, man.
I was the
Clutch, you're a
closer.
clutch. That's the most fun, man.
And I was a little wild, but scared the kids. It probably, I was a little Don Drysdale, like, fuck you, get off that little chin music.
Maybe come on, get out of here.
Maybe you'll be crowding the plate. But are you a big Mets fan?
Yeah, I'm a big Mets because I'm from Queens.
You know, I was a minority owner for 10 years.
No.
Absolutely.
With the
Wilpons.
The Wilpons.
From 2011.
Steve Cohen is now the owner. Who's great.
One who bought us
His wife's Puerto Rican, yeah.
He part of whatever money I do have is partly because of Steve Cohen.
Really?
I'm just comfortable.
Oh, good, good. You deserve to be comfortable.
Absolutely.
I'm not begrudging you your wealth.
All the years that I did stand-up, I just stopped doing it 6 months ago. All those years, I always took a private plane. That was my...
That was your thing. That was your guilty pleasure.
Exactly. I wanted
Why not?
Exactly.
How much was it? I mean, it's not that much anyway.
Well, I mean, plainly,
you didn't own the plane. You just rented it for
every time because I didn't want.
What is it, $50K?
Didn't want to own one. Depends on where you went.
Right.
I mean,
right.
you could go to Vegas or San Francisco for 15.
From here.
From here.
Yeah, so close by.
But New York, no. I mean, it was.
New York would be like a 60, 70?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
If you want to get home.
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't want to drop in the middle.
And on the way back, you were fighting the wind, so you refuel in Kansas,
I've taken a few private planes in my life.
But that ate up a lot of the profit from
it eats a lot.
stand-up.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have done the gigs if I couldn't have done it that way. And I'm sure.
You're not going to drive there.
No, I mean, I tape real time on Friday.
You're not going to bus it. Have you done the tour buses?
I literally couldn't have gotten there. Oh, I did once, yes, when I was young.
It's exhausting. I couldn't sleep, and then I had to do a show, and then another show.
The bed was a hammock.
Yeah.
This was the Frankie Valli tour. I was opening for him in 1982, 20th anniversary of Sherry. Okay, so there. And,
so singing's not your thing.
Not my thing at all.
You were opening for him, but not singing. You were opening and doing comedy. Thank God.
I was the chimp. I was the chimp up there while they were getting their seats, and I was on the tour bus. And man, yes, it was a hammock. That's what you slept in. While a hammock on a bus.
Oh my God, bouncing the whole entire time. I was nauseous.
I didn't sleep a wink.
No, I couldn't. And then I had to do a show, a 2-hour show by myself, and one-man show.
No, I got to the next gig, and of course it was blinding light. It was 9 in the morning or whatever. We drove all night. I went to the hotel and went to sleep. The crew had to go to work.
Oh yeah.
If they didn't sleep on the bus, they just didn't sleep. They went right from the bus to building the stage. That's a rugged life. That's tough.
Touring is not. I mean, touring it can be inspiring and amazing, but it can also be freaking exhausting.
You know what's exhausting? Acting.
Acting.
I just did. In
what did you do?
In the 80s, I did a lot of acting. Did sitcoms and silly comedy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh,
what shows? What shows?
Okay. Well, my debut was as a guest star on Alice.
Alice! I love that show.
I did, I played a cop who arrested Flo, or one of the dingbats. Then I did 2 episodes of Murder, She Wrote as a guest star.
Oh, Angela Lansbury.
Absolutely.
That was 90s? That was 90s, right?
DC Cab.
DC Cab.
Winner of 11 Academy Awards. Pizza Man, of course, which everyone remembers. I mean, yeah. Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death. I mean, I did a lot of, and then I did
a lot of B movies.
Series, B to you. I did.
Yeah, B to everybody.
Sarah with Gina Davis in 1985.
Gina Davis, how tall is she, huh?
She was tall.
Tall drink of water.
Yes.
Did you hit on her?
No. It was great. I mean, every guy I knew was like, "Oh my God, you're working with Gina Davis." Yeah. She's a beautiful woman, not my type.
Not your type.
And it just there was no sexual.
So you had a great time.
Right. Then I did Showtime when Showtime was a network starting out called Hard Knocks. I was two, if you can believe it, John, 2 mismatched detectives.
And who was the other detective?
Tommy Hinckley. He was a redneck, and I was a hippie. We were mismatched.
Oh yeah, Odd Couple. The Odd Couple.
It was the Odd Couple as detective.
Yeah. Two strange guys together, and she would.
Right.
Hilarity ensues.
Hilarity.
Mayhem.
Then I did a series with Sam Kinison.
Oh, the late great Sam. Oh, I love that guy.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh, that yelling.
Yeah, that's not how I felt about him after we worked together. But okay.
He was an ass.
Well, he was on heroin, so he would always.
Shit. I didn't know he was a
keep
druggie.
everybody waiting for like 8 hours while he was like this in the makeup chair. Damn. So that was called Charlie Hoover, and he played a little miniaturized devil on the main character's shoulder. Okay. And I was, of course, the office creep.
Of course.
Of course.
Typecast.
I did the movie House 2, the sequel to House. Remember House?
No, what was House?
House.
Is that a horror movie?
It was a horrible movie.
Horrible. What's the difference?
It was, no, it was the first one was such a hit, they made a sequel. It was like a comedy about a haunted house.
Yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
And I almost
Who did you play in that?
Not the part I wanted. I was, they were looking at me really hard for this, I guess the lead, and I think Michael McKean got it.
Oh, Michael McKean, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm still bitter about
great
that.
Actor.
So yes, I had quite the career.
You have a resume there, that's for sure.
So anyway, last week, my new friend, Chris Pratt, he does a great series on Amazon called The Terminal List. He plays a Navy SEAL, and he wanted me to do,
little cameo?
Well, as myself on the set with, two of the people who I know because I watch the series and it's as if, to lend verisimilitude to the situation. So, but it was like a 3-page scene. I mean,
that's a lot.
So I wanted to do my best. I learned my lines and we shot it after the last taping of Real Time. It took a couple of hours and I just remembered, wow, this is hard. First of all, learning lines.
Oh my God, at our age, forget it. That shit is like a...
How do you do it?
Dude, it's not easy anymore.
It's so shitty.
I used to have a photographic memory.
It's really?
But now there's a lens cap over it. I don't know, it's foggy. My photographic memory does not photograph anymore. I have to spend months learning lines now.
Months?
Yeah. But I mean, especially like the series Smoke I did, I had so much dialogue. I had to learn it months ahead because it's 5 episodes that I'm in, and I had a ton of dialogue, pages and pages.
Sucks.
It's a lot of work.
And then there's a lot of waiting in acting, just wait. And
they pay you to wait, is what the actors say.
But it's like you can never really relax when you're waiting.
No, you're not relaxed. How could you relax?
Because you're going to do another take.
Yeah.
So you can't let your mind just go.
No, you can't.
So you're kind of anxious all day.
You're like in a coma state. You're just frozen.
And then
waiting for it to be called on to give your best emotions.
And maybe your best take is not going to get used because they were on somebody else or because there was a plane or something.
The best take is always off camera when you're doing off camera for somebody. And I've talked to every actor and they all say, Matt Damon, Tom Holland, they all say that your best take is always off camera when you're relaxed. And you go, oh, that's what the fucking scene was. Because you're relaxed, and you're not tense anymore.
That's what I'm saying. It's a maddening business. If people,
it's a high. When you
it is a high.
When you do get it,
right?
You want to chase that.
Yes,
it's magical.
I remember.
Nothing in life equates to it.
Absolutely. When you nail it in your close up.
Yeah, and you feel that in comedy as well. Same thing.
You feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but comedy, I don't have to remember lines exactly. I don't have to.
Oh, so we did different.
I'm saying my own line.
Yeah. Mine were all scripted. My one-man shows are very written.
Yeah.
And I'll improvise a little bit, but most of it is really structured and it's a different thing. You're riffing.
But it's
you're like on a subconscious level. Yeah.
Yeah, you have a structure, but you can drift from shore knowing you'll come back to shore. But this acting shit, I mean, I told the guy they set it all up and man, the equipment they have these days is insane. So insane from what I remember.
Oh,
they have this camera it looks like that thing in Dune. It's like this giant snake that comes right at you from 30 feet away.
The Jenny, and the cranes.
Oh my God.
200 foot. I just did a Chris Nolan movie, The Odyssey.
Wow.
I had never seen.
The Odyssey.
Oh, it's incredible.
Who do you play?
I play Eumaeus, the most loyal character in Western literature.
Right.
That's how he sold it to me. And
yeah, probably true.
No, it is true. But
now that is the cradle of civilization, the Odyssey.
For
well, I mean, we're talking
Western European literature, yeah.
Okay, but it's 800 BC.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. I love the Odyssey. Come on, I love
it's amazing.
It's modern
and the
art.
Odyssey is just always great.
Oh yeah, it's a great read. It's a great read.
It's a great read.
I mean, do you remember Jason and the Argonauts?
Vaguely, yeah.
Yeah, those movies were kind of similar base.
Right.
Sinbad, the sailor.
Yeah, Jason.
He
was a Greek mythological character. So, like, when you were younger and your kids were younger, would you make certain movies that the kids would like? Oh, Daddy's in this one, and that was like the.
Hey, I did Dora the Explorador for them.
Oh, for them?
Yeah.
You did it for them.
Yeah, so they could hear my voice, but they didn't really. Right. I don't know if they really liked that. I tried not to work as much. That's for sure. I tried to be home a lot more. For my kids.
But what about when you played a bad guy? Because you have a great range. I mean, I've seen you play really,
the bad guys are always the fun, the funner roles, the most exciting roles. You can really do fun things with that. Yeah, I enjoyed that. I mean, yeah, I tried. Once you have kids, you do think about your legacy, and you do think about what am I putting out into the airwaves. And I tried to play a lot less villains because I just didn't want to put that out there. I mean, I wanted my kids to see me in ways that were more positive, especially being a Latin man. I didn't want to be always a villain because there was so many roles for villain. Dude, when I started out, the Ross Report, do you remember the Ross Report came out every Monday and told you what roles were available? It was like Jim Crow. It'd be like white actor, white lawyer, white doctor, white lover, Latino drug dealer. And they wouldn't see you for any other role except the drug dealer. So I was like, my chances of making it in this business are going to be difficult.
I did a piece on my show a couple of years ago, probably around Oscar time, about, and I've since become friends with this director, Nancy Myers.
Oh, Nancy Myers, yeah. Complicated.
Oh, many
a ton of great rom-coms, yeah.
And, we laughed at it when I finally met her because she turned out to be a big fan. And she said, boy, I saw you kind of go after me. I was not going after her. I just used one of her movies as an example to say that for all the people who think they're so liberal, if you look at movies only from 15 years ago, you will see movies that are like so amazingly completely white. And these are made by the biggest liberal. And we're not talking about 1975.
No,
we're talking about 2010. Yeah. And you could see lots of movies where I was making jokes about it. I said, it looks like you would need a restraining order.
It's crazy.
To get people.
They were so all white. They were all white cast. It was insane.
And she wasn't the only. I could have picked so many different movies from that era.
That was just an example. Yeah,
it was just an example.
You weren't going after.
All these super liberal people were in her movies. Alec Baldwin and Meryl Streep, and it was Steve Martin. It's like these people who are
who are really liberal,
the liberalist of the liberal wokest, and I'm like,
but they weren't aware. Okay, they weren't aware of the situation.
It was not that long ago.
No,
and you were completely okay to make a movie where again. There must have been a restraining order.
No, I agree with you.
People of color keep 500 yards
you must stay away
movie.
Because it's a whites-only movie.
And it's just saying that life moves at the pace it's going to move. Yes, we should always be trying to move it faster, but it's only going to move as fast as it's going to move, even among the people who are supposedly the most enlightened.
Right. No, I agree with you. I mean, I feel like liberals are trying to do the best they can, but they aren't always aware of what's going on. I mean, they're not totally aware, and it's our job, activists, to make them aware, to bring it into the forefront and to not let people forget the issues. I mean, that's what we got to do.
I'm glad you're out there doing that.
Yeah, I got to do it.
And I'm glad. I mean, I'm wrapping it up because they told me you have to get to a thing, so I know you do.
Yeah, but what a pleasure, man.
It was total pleasure.
Oh, yeah, it's always a blast.
I'm so glad that we can, not agree on everything and still be friends.
Exactly.
I always liked
why do we have to agree?
You always entertained me so well. I've seen you in a trillion things over the years, and it's always like, that guy's good. He's just good. He's entertaining, and he does. You deliver.
Yeah, like you do. You used to deliver.
I never phone it in, I'll tell you that.
No, you got the biggest show in podcasts ever.
Do I?
Yeah, I think that's why I'm here.
I think that's Joe.
That's what I was told by my publicist.
I think that's Joe Rogan.
No, I think you're about to unseat him.
We're doing.
You're catching up,
good.
baby. Come on.
Let me grab this because we're going to do one last thing, and while I do, yes, I'm sorry. And John,
what do you get out of this? Is a raffle?
No, it looks like that. But before you do, plug Leguizamo Does America.
Yeah, so I got this MSNBC show on the very liberal network, MSNBC.
They call it MSDNC at the White House.
Oh, they. That's fucked up. But this show is, I go around America looking for Latin excellence, Latin exceptionalism, genius, and I go to 6 different cities every season. And this time I went to Philadelphia, Denver, San Antonio, Phoenix, and Raleigh.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I meet all these great Latino activists, Latino politicians, chefs, artists, actors. Yeah, and when we sit down and we talk, like you.
When does this start?
This starts July 6th.
July 6th, perfect timing.
What a pleasure, Bill. Thank you for having me in your mansion.
Not a mansion, just a piece of land.
You know how long it took me to walk here? It was like a 15-minute walk from the entrance. It was.
Good. That's what we like about California. We can
Lots
spread
of
out.
land.